Hi there, Mike Masuda here. I bought one of those Zikits. I think that's how it's pronounced. One of these things here, Zikit Pro-Kit. This is the kit that you've seen online that changes the diameter of the drum with a flick of a switch. So I've taken things out. I'm going to be putting it into this snare drum right here. This is a 5x14 Black Beauty by Ludwig. And I've already installed the jig here to make sure that the hole is properly drilled in the side there. I've tightened up the tension rods there to hold it in place. This is the actual setup here. These white things I'm going to be removing those after all is said and done. But this is the multiple. Here, let me see if I can change the brightness of this thing to show. There's two different rims in here. One that's 12 inches in diameter, one that's 10 inches in diameter. So this sits inside the drum here. And I've, from what I can tell, this is not going to change the overall tone of the drum as a 14-inch drum. But with the flick of a switch there, I can change the rim size, the diameter of this thing, as one engages upwards like this, the other one drops down, is becoming, becomes a 12-inch, and then it flips the other way, becomes a 10-inch, or I can defeat both and make it a 14-inch drum. That's what that's made for, at least. I thought it was an intriguing idea to be able to change the size of a drum diameter so quickly with just a turning of a little switch over here. We'll see how it goes. This drum here also I installed some other things. This is one of the newer Ludwig snare throws, as you can see. All right, very very nicely made. It's rugged. It's got the incremental snare, tension thing there. And on the other side, I installed a three-way snare butt, and this thing basically adjusts the tension, 3 tensions for the snare wires underneath. So you can get it loose, middle, or tight, depending on the sound that you want coming off of the snare wire. So this is pretty convenient there. I used some of the things in the previous video, if you remember, talking about, where is it? Here. Going back to this, the ever-built mirror hanging kit, 83 piece. This thing here contains some of these brackets. There's one right there in the center, as you can see. This and the other ones, they go right here, right there and there, to give enough space here so that you can put this thing in. The original holes in the snare underneath here were too wide compared to the DW, so this basically adjusts the width of the hole so you can put this in there no problem. And pulling it out a little bit, it changes the angle at which the belt holds onto the snare wires. So with a slight angle change there, it actually makes the change less severe. Because before I was doing this, going from here, it was tight, and this, it was really loose already. So now it's actually has more range here, going from tight to mid to loose here. So by moving this out, the angle at which this thing pulls is adjusted so that it becomes lesser, all right, in terms of the extremes from here to here. So that's already been installed. Now it's just a matter of getting this contraption, this thing here, the Zikit contraption, installed into the thing as well. So wish me luck. I hope this thing works after all is said and done. Let me go and hold this up so you can actually see it a little bit better. It looks like this. Apologies for the dark in here. It's getting late in the afternoon here, so the lighting's changing. And then, let's see, where is it? There's a little, you can't see so well. There's some grooves here, some teeth here, and as this gets engaged by the switch, it turns one or the other, causing these two rims to either rise or fall up or down in opposite directions, changing the overall size of the drum diameter. All right, at least the rims. I believe the rims here are beveled at 45 degrees, if I'm not mistaken. It could be a little bit less than that. and it's made of a high quality, high impact plastic. So it is lighter than, you know, an all metal system if they ever came out with one. And it's probably a little bit more durable in terms of that compared to metal, because metal will tend to bend after a while if you keep hitting the rims and such. So in any case, let's see how this turns out. So I just spent the last 30 seconds or so actually drilling the hole. It didn't take that long once this is all installed. This thing here is the drill bit, and this is attached to the power drill. The end here, you lock it and install it this way, and you basically give it a spin on here like this for about 30 seconds. Eventually pushes through, makes a hole. You can see right there's the hole. So right there, and then yeah, the punch. Right, this is basically the shell of the drum right there. It fell out. There's going to be some pieces of brass and stuff everywhere, or bronze. Sorry, what is this? Brass. Sorry, brass. This is the Ludwig Black Beauty, so this should be brass. Yeah. So yeah, I recommend putting either a piece of paper or something underneath. I probably should have put it, you know, sort of halfway in between, but I sort of did it this way. I wasn't sure what was going to happen, so there you go. Holes there. Now it's just a matter of removing all the stuff and putting in the rims. Alright, so as you can see, there's the hole that was drilled by the jig that was provided by the kit. And there's a lot of brass pieces everywhere in the living room now. The paper towel may have caught most of it as it was falling off, but there was a lot that was sort of contained in this area here. So just as a warning, you might want to use a bigger table. All right, I'm just using, you know, my cajon bag here as a means to hold on to put this thing on. I'll run the vacuum over this to pick up the pieces afterwards, but you know, just as a warning, if you know, working with this, there's going to be pieces everywhere, either of wood or metal of some sort, because you're drilling. All right. It took me a little bit, but I just installed the switch here. All right. Took some doing. There's the pinion gear on this side here. So using the wrench and screwdriver, I was able to install this thing no problem. Okay. All right. Quickly put the heads on here. They're probably not in tune exactly, but just to give you an idea. So here's the switch here. I installed it, put the rims on the inside here, so it's kind of high-pitched right now. I'll have to adjust this a little bit later. I'm using a Ludwig Weathermaster head for the moment because I don't have an ambassador head. So tapping on the top, let me defeat the snares here. So that's the 14-inch, 12-inch. So there's definitely a pitch change there. Then going the other way here to the 10-inch. Much smaller diameter. You can hear the difference there. So it does work. In terms of practicality, it's kind of hard to turn the knob in real, you know, while you're playing, you know, I guess. It's kind of hard, but it's not too bad. So, so there you go. Zikit Pro-Kit. Here's the box. Right there, Zikit. Right. There you go. Cheers.